Oh my god, I haven't made a hotel diary in so long because I've been so stuck on my little Sauce 75 challenge. You guys, since my last hotel diary, when I explained that I got fired, a lot's been going on, and it's truthfully, it has taken an effect on my mental a bit. And I just want to start this off honestly. I'm not explaining myself for like validation or any kind of approval. And I'm also not trying to convince anyone to understand the choices I make. And this season of my life isn't meant for everybody to understand anyway. I have been holding a lot in. And truth be told, I want to speak on it again. Not for any kind of attention, not for any kind of validation. But truthfully, I just feel like sometimes getting it out your head just brings a little peace, bring a little more clarity, bring a little more calmness to the mind. And maybe somebody out there needs to hear the same thing too. So who knows? And today, truthfully, I'm just gonna vent. It might even sound like I'm written, but hey, that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the first thing that I've been keeping quiet on. And the first thing is, what frustrates me most is how loud people get about a life they're not living. People love to judge from the outside looking in, not knowing what's going on the inside. I've gotten opinions thrown around at me as if they know every detail. Meanwhile, these same people, if they had to take a walk in my shoes for a week, wouldn't even last a whole week. They'd fold in a heartbeat. Which is why 9 times out of 10, I really don't take those comments or opinions to heart. And I only say that because these are the same people trying to keep up with social media. Same people trying to keep up with everything online, chasing approval from strangers, and basing their worth on what validates them. And truthfully, that's not my lifestyle. I'm not searching for validation. I'm more so focused on living a life that keeps me grounded and sane. Because if you know me in real life, then you know that I can go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs sometimes. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, truthfully, that's all that's important to me. I really just want to stay sane. I want to be, I don't know, I don't have time for the noise. I just want to stay grounded and I just want to stay sane. The second thing that has been irking me, I have to say this part because it's been sitting with me. I've noticed that when I've let things slide for too long, people start to feel comfortable with disrespecting me, especially when it comes to playing in my face, on top of playing in my face, saying slick stuff. And it's like, I've noticed something. Like you'll cross a certain line with me, but you won't cross it with somebody else. That right there showed me immediately, oh, you don't respect me. And at first, for me letting it slide, it's me trying to be the bigger person. It's me trying to be mature. It makes me feel like I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing not to react. But what really happens is people started to see how far they can go with me. And the more I let it slide, the more that they'll keep doing it. And that's on me because I let silence let people believe that it was permission. Just because I didn't react to disrespect doesn't mean it didn't register. So now I pull back a lot and I move different. I just choose not to engage the same way. And it's not random. It's literally me choosing to correct something I should have corrected a long time ago. Another thing, one thing that caught me off guard was people that claimed to know me suddenly created this version of me in their brain. This whole new version of me. Out of nowhere, I start getting treated as if I'm naive, I'm lost. I'm somebody that can't think straight. I need some kind of mental guidance. I got a therapist I can hit up at any point in time if need be. And truth be told, it's like they just made up a version of me that made them feel comfortable, or a version of their story or narrative that they're willing to tell somebody else. And the reason I don't trip on it so much is because I know that version isn't me. I know I have my moments. I know I have my lows. I know I even have my days where I'm like overwhelmed. But I know myself and I know how I operate. And truthfully, I don't need people rewriting me based off assumptions and have given information. This one has been getting under my skin. It makes me want to cut everybody off. I ain't lying. I'm not lying. People will intervene in your life. They might even have an intervention with you. They will tell you that they want to see different in you, not because they don't like the person you are or anything like that. They just see better for you. And truth be told, that's exactly, I'm just Speaking off experience, people see better for me and they just want to see different parts of me grow or come out of me or even me just getting out of my shell. But then when I actually started to change, when I actually tried to become that person, or when I actually tried to come and get out my shell, they were doubting me or they said or did something that put me right back in my shell. People are so used to the old version of me to the point where they don't even trust that I could change or trust the fact that me showing up newly is even real. Is newly showing up new? Whatever. Sometimes it feels like they're waiting on me to mess up or they don't believe I'm serious. And I know I come off I still talk like I'm in high school, like I'm not a 28-year-old woman. I don't know what that's about. Y'all gotta take that up with God. I don't know. But truthfully, that doubt messes with me because now I don't feel supported. I just feel like I'm being watched, especially when I'm trying something new at that. Yeah. And truthfully, all it does is make me want to get alone and change by myself and pull back from people. It makes me just wanna do it without an audience. That's what it feels like. It feels like I have an audience waiting to judge my next wrong move. That's what it feels like. Another thing that's just been like this has been my whole life, and I just be like, I can say something calmly and I can say it clearly, and somehow my words have just gotten twisted into something else. It's like having people around you whose job is solely committed to misunderstanding you. They hear what they wanna hear. They pick out little bits and pieces from the story and then make it their own. Again, back to rebranding this version of me in their head that ain't real. I don't know. You would have had the actual version of me if you listened. I don't know. And I'm noticing a lot of people don't listen to understand. They listen to confirm the version of you that they already created. And that's when I realized I cannot win with people who are invested with being right about me. Another thing I realized that I feel like is important, even as an adult. This season of my life, I realized I cannot give everybody access to me or what's going on in my life. Whether it's family, it could be friends, it could be loved one, it could be anybody close to you. They don't have to know everything going on in your life. Truthfully, I started to feel unsafe sharing parts of me or my life with people. I noticed that some people started to project their fears and insecurities onto me. And I noticed that some people changed the way they treated me based off some things that I told them in confidence. So I pulled back to protect my peace. I had to just move different. And honestly, keeping things between me and God has felt a whole lot safer. When I talk to God, I don't have to defend myself. I don't have to repeat myself. And I don't have to prove anything. God listens, people do not. So with all of that I've realized in this season or since Hotel Diary 5, I've noticed that it's okay to move without validation and just letting God lead. I think that's what's throwing people around me off. I'm not moving for their validation anymore. I'm kind of moving off what I want. I'm not moving off of anybody's approval. I'm not seeking validation anymore. I've just been making decisions based on what feels right for me. I pray about it, I trust God, and then I act on it. When you stop asking for opinions and just say you're going to just do it, people start to get offended or even uncomfortable. I stopped explaining. People start to think I got distant. All of a sudden, I stopped asking for advice. They take it personal, made it about themselves. It has nothing to do with y'all. For me, the more noise, the more insecure I get. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I work too hard to get my self esteem back to where it is, honey. I'm not going back. So if I have to pull back from stuff that's making my self-esteem low or making me feel a little bit insecure, I'm going to do that. Especially after like telling the people things about you in confidence or just venting in confidence. And then you start to notice people treating you different based off what you told them during those times of confidence, like being able to trust them. It made me realize God is where I say that. I will tell God everything I told you and you gonna make me feel completely different than how you treated me after I told you. I just know God is in this season with me. Even when I don't like the situation that I'm in, I know God is working with it, so I keep going. And here's the craziest part about all of it. Even in my worst seasons, people still can't touch me. Even with everything looking messy on the outside, I cannot be touched. You cannot touch my strength. You cannot touch my self awareness. You can't touch the mindset I'm building, and you can't touch the relationship that I'm rebuilding with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. People look at the surface and just think they know what's going on. They think they know where my life is headed. And the whole time, I'm content. I'm fine. Do I love living in a hotel? No, I don't. Do I love the fact that I lost my job? No, I don't. But I'm okay because I still have yet to go without. I haven't went without anything. I've had food. I've had shelter. I had clothing. I have transportation. I have I was gonna start snitching on myself. I'm just gonna keep some stuff to myself. But I'm okay. I can go out to eat with my friends on the weekend if I want to. I'm great. And truth be told, it's because of God. I can tell y'all what y'all don't see though. You don't see the healing. You don't see the discipline. You don't see the growth. Y'all clearly can't see how God has been holding me up quietly. I ain't been crashing out. I am a crash out. And I don't feel bad about it. And sometimes I think that's what bothers people the most. That like even at my worst, I'm still not who people expected me to be. I'm not broken, I'm not stuck, and I'm not defeated. I'm just becoming someone that most people don't have access to anymore. Or I'm becoming someone that they just don't like. And that's fine with me. That was my venting session. That was my little rant. I said what I said. And I meant it. People can think what they want to think, and people can assume what they want to assume. But I know who I am. God knows who I am. And that's all that matters to me.